The restaurant chain Jimmy Oliver has collapsed and has been placed under bankruptcy management, threatening the future of 1,000 jobs in the restaurant's branches. 10 years after the opening of the restaurant, Mariana Alogalan, in the Sunday Times, criticized the Italian tassel-at dish with the muck at Jimmy's restaurant in Westfield, Stratford. A horrible swamp of salty sauce, brown with nutmeg dust, and small black pieces, unpeeled, for a tasteless truffle like a mouse stool in a soup, she said. The chain of restaurants, known as the Famous Chef, with the brand names Barbacoa and Vifton, after 8 months of critical comment, was put under bankruptcy management to threaten 1,000 jobs. Oliver blamed the collapse of restaurants for difficulties in the workplace. In an email sent to employees on Tuesday morning, bankruptcy management to chain restaurant as a logical reason behind the collapse.
Demobilization of labor. The number of restaurants in Strada, once a rival to Jamie's Restaurants, has fallen to only 3, while Carluccio has closed almost a third of restaurants after losing tens of millions of pounds. Other restaurants, such as Bayonne for hamburger sandwiches, the French restaurant chain Café Rouge and the Pizza Pizza restaurant, are no better. However, Jamie's restaurant workers are hopeful that something could change the course of events. "We knew it was not as good as we wanted," says Lucy, who has worked at the Glasgow branch for more than 3 years. "My partner was supposed to work in the Rosie morning work today," said Lucy, who asked not to be named. "They told him in the last minute not to come because the locks would change," she said. "We have invited to take part in a group telephone call and said that we have all become redundant workers." Lucy and her partner, who has worked at Jamie's chain of restaurants for nearly 5 years, say they feel the company's lack of transparency. "I was hoping they would not tell us it was going well, while he was going the other way around," she said. "Many problems. First of all, the restaurants are very big," Lucy explains. "Because of the downsizing, she used to take care of the busy evenings with up to 11 dining tables at once." Lucy says the tourists and those who happen to visit the restaurant are mainly customers, and point to a decline in the number of those who came to enjoy Italian food at Jimmy's restaurants, despite the hard work of the team. Those who spent time reviewing customer ratings on their smartphones did not feel it. "Unfortunately, because of the surge in prices, we were not at the top of the rankings of a site like TripAdvisor," said Lucy. "The chain of restaurants is dying. There are so many places to go in Glasgow that are cheaper," many experts agree. And their argument is that private equity firms have quickly sought profits over the years at the expense of the food experience. CGA estimates that the number of restaurants in Britain has increased by about 30% to 5,785 in the past 5 years until March 2019. There has also been an increase in poor ratings and concerns about the quality of food ingredients in many restaurants, including Jamie's chain of restaurants. Jonathan Woodhouse, the former manager of Vifton Restaurants in London, believes the man who led the activity did not make a mistake. Woodhouse admits that the group grew enormously and sought great efforts, and Oliver's reputation was bad in everything. He added that the Italian branches were successful, and managed in a very different way. Woodhouse says his work at the Vifton Restaurants was one of the best jobs he has done, and adds that Oliver has sought to do something special thanks to his program. "It's unfortunate to hear about the restaurant collapse," he said.